What's up, everyone? Welcome to Let's Pause, a pop culture podcast in the multiverse, Metalcore Nerds, the podcast that features members of your favorite bands as we explore their love of pop culture. I'm your host, Sean Mott, and today I'm joined by Nate Vickers. Welcome to the show, man.
What's up?
So stoked to have you here. So stoked to rank our top 10 movies of 2025. It was a pretty great year for movies, in my opinion. I know, I feel like the last few years, they always start out kind of slow.
Especially the horror movies, in my opinion. Like, they're either great or horrible. It's like hardly an in-between anymore, in my opinion. And I love horror movies.
Yeah, I think the plus of it is that we get so much that it is a good varied selection of good, at least
Yeah.
that you can pair off from the bad. I think that's a good thing. I think it's because they're so much easier to get made because of the budget. You know, the budgets are so low with most horror
Yeah.
movies, so I think it's just easier to get them made, which is nice because I think I definitely have some horror movies on my list for damn sure. So I'm stoked to see what ones might be on yours as
Yeah, man. I
well.
think mine's like 80% thriller horror. So,
Let's go.
yeah, man.
That's awesome. If it's your first time listening to the show, thanks so much for tuning in. The best way to support the podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, comment, and let us know what movies you loved from 2025. And if you're listening to this on your favorite podcasting platform, hit the subscribe button there as well. Helps the podcast continue to grow and helps more people find the show. If you want your daily fix of Metalcore Nerds, you can find us on all social media at Metalcore Nerds. Now, before we were talking about this a little before we hit record, I know Nate said he hasn't watched a ton of movies from this year. I have watched around 70 from 2025. Pretty good number. I feel decent about it. I wish I watched a little more, but that's okay. So I do have some honorable mentions. So I'll go through them very fast. My honorable mentions are Wicked for Good, Bring Her Back, horror movie. 20 years later, another horror movie, and then Predator Badlands, which is kind of a horror sci-fi movie, I guess, too. But I enjoyed all these movies. They just didn't make the cut for my top 10. Do you have any honorable mentions at all?
I'll go ahead and match you on the 28 years later.
Hell
That
yeah.
one didn't make the cut for me, but it almost did.
I loved it. I got to bring one of my close friends who that's his like favorite franchise. I got to bring him to an early press screening for it, which was really nice. It was really cool that we got to experience that together. And I really did enjoy the movie quite a bit. It just other movies came and surpassed it as the year went on. But I'm very stoked. The single comes out as we're recording this week. So by the time this episode comes out, I've probably already seen the sequel, which is exciting. I'm very, very stoked to see what the sequel has in store. The early reactions have been insanely positive. That it's just like super messed up. The atmosphere of dread is higher than ever before in the franchise. So I'm excited to see what they got for us in that. And it's cool that they filmed them back to back and we get them so close to each other. That's nice because that usually doesn't happen.
That's crazy. I didn't even know the new one was already coming out. I'm definitely gonna have to check it out. Me and my producer Robbie, he's the one that's kind of a bit more in tune with that series of movies, but we went and watched it together, and I thought it was pretty cool. I think in 2025, at least movies that were made in 2025, I probably had like 15. So
Okay.
so yeah, there really wasn't much, but luckily I had a good selection, so there wasn't many movies where I was like, wow, that was just horrible.
Fair. Okay.
So my list is still pretty dialed, I think.
So let's go right into it. What did you have at number 10?
I didn't order mine, so let me just go through and see. I'm gonna say
Okay.
Happy Gilmore 2, only because
Okay.
the first one is just absolute gold, and the fact that they had a second one, I don't know, it kind of brought back like a new respect for the first one, because I went back and watched it like 2 more times after that. Happy
Yeah.
Gilmore 2, didn't blow my socks off. I still really enjoyed watching it. It's one of those feel-good movies that kind of just makes you, like mindlessly entertained. So I'm gonna put that one in number 10.
Some movies, that's all I need to be. I admittedly did not watch that movie, and I think it was because I haven't watched the first in so long, and I wanted to rewatch that and then watch the second one, and I just did not do it.
Man,
That's my
yeah.
reasoning. That's it.
Hey, man, it's all good. I just love those old Adam Sandler movies, like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, all those.
Great. So good. Adam
Yeah,
Sandler is great. My number
classic.
10 is this movie called The Life of Chuck. It is an adaptation of a Stephen King short story. This one flew under the radar for a lot of people. which I totally understand. It was a very small movie. I saw it in theaters because I read the short story and I just wanted to see it. And Mike Flanagan directed it, and Mike Flanagan's behind Haunting on Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor, Midnight Mass, like all the big horror Netflix series. Mike Flanagan's the guy behind him. He also did Doctor Sleep, the sequel to The Shining, the movie. Obviously, this is a very different kind of Stephen King kind of thing because it's not a horror or thriller or anything like that. It does have this kind of weird sci-fi element to it, but it's not as much as your usual Stephen King fanfare. It's really just about life, and it's about like appreciating life at any level. And like one of the biggest kind of reoccurring themes within it is that I contain multitudes, and the real meaning behind that is that no matter how big or small your life is something worth living and something miraculous that happens. And it's just a beautiful movie. It's on Hulu now. If you have Hulu and you haven't caught this movie, I implore you to watch it. There's going to be a common themes with very human movies in my list, in it also mixed in with some pretty big movies as well. But these movies just like and TV shows, same, it's very similar thing that they just hit me on a different level. And I love a movie that makes you think and makes you recalibrate the way you think about everyday life. And this movie is that. I rewatched it when it came on Hulu. Again, I saw it in theaters and then I rewatched it. And it takes a lot for me to like rewatch a movie, especially in the same year. So if that says anything, that's my big testament to the life of Chuck. It has a stacked cast. Chiwetel Ejiofor is in it, Karen Gillan, Tom Hiddleston, Matthew Lillard, Mark Hamill. It's stacked. It's so good. It's kind of what you can expect from Mike Flanagan at this point. He always kind of has a pretty big cast. And just go watch Life of Chuck. That's the moral
to my list right now.
Win. Yeah, a lot of these that I'm going to list on my list, they are ready to watch at home, so that's a good plus about doing this now. My number 9 is on that blockbuster side. It's F1. Okay. Brad Pitt, Damson Idris, directed by Joseph Kosinski, who did Top Gun Maverick, and it's kind of like Top Gun Maverick just in F1 cars. And I'm not like an F1 guy. I know really nothing about F1 at all. I know it's massive and huge and people love it. I watched it because Joseph Kosinski directed it and Brad Pitt starring in it. That's exactly why I watched it, because I was like, I feel like this movie is going to be great. And it was. The way Kosinski films things, he like took what he kind of formed in Top Gun Maverick and just transferred it to a car. The racing scenes in this movie are like so stressful. Even watching it, I watched this at home and they were still so insanely like white knuckle stressful. And the way they utilize sound or the lack of sound to add to those moments is incredible. It's just so good. It's like what blockbuster movies should be, in my opinion. It has a lot of heart to it. And again, it's just like a thrilling, great ride. This one you can watch on Apple TV right now. So again, easily at your fingertips to watch at any time. And this was a really good one. It shocked me of how much I liked it, even though I was already excited to see it. But just good stuff. And I think Brad Pitt's just on a pretty great run in the last like 5 years of projects he's been doing.
So many people say great things about it, but I have yet to watch it. And I really want to watch it because I love movies like that. But I haven't watched it yet.
You'll get to it.
Yeah, I'll get to it.
I have
New year, new me, dude. I'm going to watch more movies.
Amazing. What did you have at number 9?
It was the Electric State one. Did you watch that?
I did watch that one.
I love those like post-apocalyptic type of movies where it's like kind of all about survival and stuff. And that was kind of like a more lighthearted version of it. But I don't know. I just like movies like that. I really don't have like a super in-depth reason like you had, but it kept me entertained. It kept me locked in. I have like horrible attention span, so if something can kind of intrigue me enough to watch it all the way through, I'm gonna probably say I liked it.
Again, I feel like that's what movies are made for. As long as it does that for you, then I think it's a win. I tend to be pretty positive on stuff, because if a movie accomplishes that, I'm like, they did what they intended. Not every movie is gonna blow the roof off. Not every movie is gonna blow my mind. Not every movie is gonna make me connect to it emotionally. Sometimes you just watch a movie and you're entertained, and that's exactly what it's meant to do. That one's actually made by the Russo brothers, who are famously known for like the biggest MCU movies. They did, both Avengers, the two big Avengers movies, Infinity War and Endgame. They're doing the two new Avengers movies. Also has a very insane cast. You should look up the VFX they did for that movie, because it's like crazy. I think it's one of the most expensive Netflix movies they ever made because there's so much VFX in it. But the VFX looks really good in that movie. Like, really
Yeah,
good.
I mean, it was awesome. The movie, have you seen the series Fallout?
Oh yeah.
I love that series. I'm up to date, waiting on the new episode already, but it kind of reminded me of like something similar to that, where like, oh, there's a bunch of robots and shit, and
I can see that.
they're trying to survive and not get killed by the other robots.
Yeah, it's like the PG version.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
A lot less exploding heads in that one.
Yeah, for sure. That's the best part, though, honestly.
My number 8 is, funny enough, another Stephen King adaptation. It's The Long Walk. This movie is so fucking brutal. If you don't know what The Long Walk's about, it's basically the United States in this world. They are facing an insane economic crisis. So every year they have one boy that's a kid elected from each state, and they do this thing that's the long walk, which is pretty much the Hunger Games, just Americanized, where they have to keep walking at a steady pace. I believe in the book it's like 4 or 5 miles per hour, but in the movie it's 3. You get a few penalties and you can stop for a few seconds, but you can't stop for anything. You can't stop to eat, you can't stop to drink, you can't stop to go to the bathroom, nothing. You cannot stop walking. And then it ends when there's one boy left standing. So you know the premise. You know a lot of people are going to die.
Yeah.
And you think that novelty might wear off really fast, and it does not. It just keeps getting more brutal and more brutal and more brutal as it goes on until the end. And it's just one of those movies that I want to watch it, but it's like such a hard watch because of what it is, that I'm like, I don't think I want to watch that right now. I don't want to be in that headspace right now, but it is so good. It's so affecting. Like, I'm still thinking about it, and I think it came out in like June or something. And it's just an incredible dark movie, but it's also kind of like beautiful because it shows these random group of boys who like make this friendship as it goes along, and as more people start falling, and dying, and you see their bonds continue to grow, and you see them really connect with each other and break down those walls that can sometimes happen between like male friendships. Sometimes that we don't allow ourselves to be vulnerable with each other sometimes. And it's cool to see stuff break down the barrier. This one I don't think is available to stream anywhere for free at the moment. I know you can rent it digitally, which I think at this point would probably only be a few dollars. So you can watch it that way. But I think this is one of the only ones that's not on my list, at least, that's not readily available to watch on a streaming service right now.
Nice.
Yeah,
man, that sounds interesting, though. Everything you're naming so far, I feel like I need to watch. I feel like I missed out on a lot already.
It's all good, man. That's what the stuff's here for, Then
yeah,
get to
dude.
catch up. I'm just gonna find new movies.
I'm gonna start texting you like, "Yo, dude, I don't know what to watch. What do you got?"
I got you for series, for movies, whatever you want, any genre. I think I got you. I got Rex for days. I got Rex for days.
I need that. I can never decide. For my number 8, I'm going Conjuring 5.
Okay.
I like Conjuring movies. The first few were by far like my favorite series of horror movies. Once again, the 5th one wasn't my favorite out of the series. I just love seeing the plot continue. You know what I mean? It always kind of keeps you on your toes. It's got the jump scares. It's got like the general horror thing. The only bone I really had to pick with that was that whenever they did like I don't know if it was like special effects makeup or something like that, I feel like it could have been a little bit scarier. But I love the Conjuring movies. I could rewatch the whole series right now and just be locked in.
I love that first movie. I like the other ones too. I haven't watched the new one. I know it's on HBO Max, so I need to just watch it.
The first one was phenomenal.
So good.
Same with Insidious. The first Insidious was awesome.
And they're still are they still going? Is there another one coming out? Or
did they didn't in 2025, I could tell you that.
Some of those, I feel like they're just like going on forever. Like they just, they just
like,
keep going.
Like freaking Halloween. Like,
yep. Yeah.
Like there's like 20 at this point.
Yeah, that's the most confusing horror franchise timeline I think there is. It's pretty
Dude.
wild. There's graphics you can find that are nuts.
Especially since like there's like spin-offs that like other directors and stuff made, and then it's like,
Oh yeah.
is this before or after that? Where is that other person?
My number 7 is Superman. James Gunn ushered in David Cornsweet as the new Man of Steel. Rachel Brosnahan as the new Lois Lane. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. You turn on the news and you're like, what the fuck is going on? To have a movie that's just predicated on being a good person and having that hope and helping other people, I feel like that's so needed and so welcomed and so beautiful. And especially what James Gunn does with music and how he includes it in his projects. Superman was the least music bass kind of score soundtrack in all of his comic book movie endeavors, but still I love what he does for music. Like he did this awesome like playlist of his favorite songs of 2025 and like had like Turnstile on it and stuff, and obviously the whole Foxy Shazam thing with Peacemaker season 2. It's all just really really cool, like what he's done for music, and he's kind of like reinvigorated careers of bands or made kind of unknown bands way more well known. It's just awesome. I love that kind of stuff, and I love the merging of worlds and seeing that come together. But I love Superman. You can watch Superman on HBO Max right now. It's been on there for a minute. So if you've missed Superman, if you're kind of like, oh, I don't like DC, and you're holding on to all the old stuff that happened, which is fair because it was a fucking mess. This is a whole new stuff, new start. So give it a shot. If you like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, made by the same guy. It's
Cool.
definitely different than those movies for sure, but it's still James Gunn, and I think he's like one of the best minds in that genre.
That sounds like another one I need to watch. It's been on my radar. I just didn't watch it.
It was a pretty big movie, and again, like
Yeah.
I think that it was an uphill battle trying to be like, oh, wasn't Henry Cavill Superman? Oh, what's going on with DC anyway? It's so confusing. Like I get it, but they still like it made a lot of money. It was like a really positive reception to it, so it's that's one I definitely implore people to check out, because there was people who were definitely like, I don't know, I don't want to watch this, and I'm like, did you like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies? They're like, oh yeah, I loved them. I was like, it's the same guy. Go watch it. What are you doing?
Number 7, I'm gonna go with Black Phone 2.
Dude, I missed this one, and I'm so mad about
Oh,
it.
it was
So
pretty
mad about
good. It was very unexpected. Like I didn't expect it to be this kind of movie based off the
it. Okay.
first one, but I
Right.
think that's kind of why I liked it, because it was like a different twist that I was just like, I went in like, expecting to see something like the first one, but it was just completely different. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but you should definitely watch it. I think it was pretty good.
I think it's coming on streaming like very like within the next few days. I think I
Oh,
looked it up
wow.
and I was like, oh, it's finally coming on. Thank God. Which is kind of crazy. I don't know why it's taking so long, but whatever. It is. Maybe it's killing it on digital, VOD, because that happens. That happens a lot of the times. But
Yeah.
I heard very good things about it. And I love the first one. I thought the first one was great. And when they announced the second, I was like, how are they going to do this? And then I watched the trailer and I was like, oh, that's
It's
cool.
it
All
was
right.
definitely not what I expected, like at all.
Cool.
But yeah, it was sick.
Yeah, that's one that's been high on my list of watching. I think it came out during a busy time of like movies and life, and I just didn't catch it, which bummed me out, because like I said, I love the first one, saw the first one in theaters, and I want to see more. I think Scott Derrickson is great. He's an awesome director, and Stephen King's son, Joe Hill, I think he helped write the screenplay for the second one, but he wrote the short story that inspired the first one in the first
Oh,
place,
wow. I didn't know that.
which is really, which is really cool. Obviously, it runs in the family.
Clearly.
you know,
Yeah.
it
Yeah, man,
runs
I
in the
didn't
family.
know that Stephen King's son was doing that kind of stuff too.
Yeah. He's got a lot.
That's
If you go to like Barnes and Noble and like look at the horror section, you see all the Joe Hill books. There's a lot.
Oh, wow.
there's
That's sick.
there's there's a lot. He's very good at what he does. He did this graphic novel series called Lock and Key that had a Netflix show for a few seasons, but
I
he
saw
wrote
that.
the graphic novel of it
I
too.
saw
So
that one.
he's getting his stuff adapted just like his dad. Not as much as his dad, of course.
Yeah.
Uh, but
That I mean,
it's.
it's hard to live up to that.
I think he's the most adapted like author ever, by
Yeah,
probably
it's
a lot.
I mean, everybody knows Stephen King, dude.
literally everyone.
Number 6, I'm gonna go with this movie Caught Stealing. It's an action movie on Netflix. Did you see that one?
Yes. Yeah, I saw it in theaters. It's Darren Aronofsky is the director, and he usually makes the most like depressing, debilitating movies ever. So it was cool to see him like make like a fun movie.
Yeah, I liked it because I love movies that do extreme things and like
Yes.
killing off big characters and making like things that you just, normal movies don't do. It's like, oh
Yeah.
shit, like that actually happened.
Yeah.
I won't spoil, all the stuff for the people watching in case they want to see it, but
Yeah.
that's why I liked it. I'm just like, it had me like, oh damn.
There's a lot of surprising moments in that movie where I was like, oh, it's same as you. I was like, oh, wow. Oh, I did not see that coming. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
That it was a good one for me. I like that because plain old action movies these days don't do it for me like they used to. And that
Right.
one just kind of had like the right amount of action with the right amount of drama, the right amount of just oh shit moments. It was a good one. That's gonna be mine.
Yeah, I liked how they centered it kind of around his like past trauma,
Yeah.
and how it took a while to get like the full story of that. I thought I mostly felt bad for the main character, Austin Butler's character. I was like, damn, this dude was just kind of there and got sucked into this like shit show. Like he was just
Yeah.
chilling. He
Yeah,
did
he
not mean
got
to be involved.
he got fucked.
He definitely did, dude. I was just like, damn, he just got sucked in. And seeing Matt Smith as like a 90s punk kid was pretty great too.
Yeah, that guy's hilarious. I liked that character.
My number 6 could not be a more different movie than Caught Stealing. It's this movie called Hamnet, and we're recording this the day after the Golden Globes happened, and this won quite a few awards. It won best drama motion picture. It won for best actress. Jessie Buckley won for that, which I'm positive she's a lock to win for the Oscar as well. It's hard. I'm going to give away what it actually is about because I want more people to like watch it. This one isn't available for streaming because it was just in theaters. So it's not, you might be able to rent it on VOD. I'm not positive on that one. It's an adaptation of a book about William Shakespeare. It's about him and his wife, how they meet, how they have a family. The third act is pretty much culminates in him writing Hamlet, and it's pretty much the performance of Hamlet is in the third act. And I know that might sound kind of lame, but it is one of the most like moving, thought-provoking, and beautiful third acts I've ever seen in a movie in my entire life. My wife and I went and saw it together. Paul Mescal plays William Shakespeare, who's a phenomenal actor. Just the way it sucks you in and just delivers this bomb at the end is so insane. And we were watching it and we're like, man, this is good. This is good. This is sad. This is tragic. And then the third act happens and it just changes the game. Like immediately changes the game of what the movie is as a whole. And there's this child actor who plays their son, and he is so good. It is absurd. There was a lot of really great like child performances especially last year throughout TV and movies. But this kid is so good. He does this speech at the Golden Globes, like a Q&A last night about love and grief. And I don't know. This I think he must be like a savant or something. Like he's just so in tune with like emotional intelligence and like understanding what the story is trying to convey and stuff. And it's directed by Chloe Zhao, who did No Man Land, which was a very big Oscar movie like 5 or 6 years ago. And that movie is just Steven Spielberg produced it and helped make it happen. I feel bad because there's like a big thing where they don't say that it's William Shakespeare for almost the whole movie until before the third act. You can kind of like pick up on it because you see that when he's writing something down, he's like saying Romeo and Juliet lines. And so the clues are there. But then there's like a big bomb drop of like, this is William Shakespeare. So I'm sorry if I ruined that surprise for you, but I want to hook more people to watch this movie. And it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't ruin the plot or anything like that. Like I said, it's all about that third act. And that third act is absolutely incredible. It won't be for everyone. And that's the thing I definitely think you need to take into consideration because it is a very kind of like different kind of movie. It is a very kind of Oscar like movie. It takes its time and it's really about family and love and loss. And then it ends in this amazing performance within a performance, which is a little meta, but it doesn't feel meta at the time. But it's absolutely incredible. But that one, when it's available for people to watch, or if you can rent it, watch that movie, because I think it'll surprise a lot of people. It definitely surprised me. I was just into it because I was like, I heard people say it was devastating. I like Paul Mescal. Let's go. Let's go
Yeah.
see it, and that's what happened. It
So you
was
said that was called Hamlet?
Hamnet. Yes.
Hamnet. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. That's also confusing. But
Yeah,
you
a
understand
little.
why it's called that when you watch it. That I will not
Okay.
reveal. Going to top 5, halfway through.
I'm gonna go Sinners.
That's my number 3.
Okay. Yeah, I liked it. I like good old-fashioned vampire movies, and
Yeah.
when you first start watching it, you have no idea that it's a vampire movie. I watched it without even watching the trailer,
Cool.
so I literally had no idea what I was about to get into. I
That's awesome.
literally didn't even know it was a vampire movie. So when it hit me with that, I was like, "Oh, fuck yeah. This is sick." I didn't watch this one in theaters. I watched it on whatever platform it was on. I think it was like HBO or something. But
Yeah.
that was a really good one. For some reason, everyone in my circle hated the movie,
What?
but I loved it. I'm like, this is pretty sick. Like, I don't know what y'all are missing, because they all went to the theaters and I was sick or something, so I couldn't go. And they were all like, "Yeah, don't watch it. Like, you're not gonna miss anything." But still watched it, when it was on the streaming, because why not?
Yeah.
And I was like, y'all are tripping. Like, that was pretty sick.
I agree. I also missed it in theaters, which I was very bummed about. After watching it at home, I was like, man, I really wish I watched this in theaters. But there's a few movies on this list, this one and another one that's going to come later, that were so good, even watching it at home. Because watching something in theaters, I think, adds a level, like it adds a different level to the viewing experience. You know what I mean?
For
You're
sure.
fully immersed. You're in this dark room. You're in a different seat than your couch. You're not looking at your phone. If you are, don't do that. Don't look at in the movie theater.
It's also
So
loud as fuck.
yeah, you're just like locked in a different way than you are at home. I watched this movie and it blew me away. And that was after the hype, you know what I mean? Like everyone being like, this movie's incredible, blah, blah, blah. I love Ryan Coogler, who wrote and directed this movie. He based Sammy, the younger character, on like his uncle. So he has this like really big familiar tie to this. And I love how how they worked in all the cultural elements and how it made sense of how everything kind of came together. And the scene where he's playing music in that juke joint is one of the coolest scenes I've ever seen in my life. That shit is so fucking dope. I loved that scene so much. I was like, this is so cool. That's what's happening. I was like, God damn. Awesome movie. Awesome practical effects, especially with the vampire makeup and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So good. So
Very good. I
and
liked it
even
a lot.
the VFX they use for Michael B. Jordan, you can barely tell he's playing two different people. It's crazy. That's how good he is in this movie.
Yeah, it was a very interesting way of making that happen.
Yeah, they did this crazy thing. They call it a halo. And it's this thing that like mounted on his shoulders, and it had like it had like cameras around all of his head. When you do that, there's always like a double that you act aside and then you act the other way. So you like flip flop. So that's why it looks so seamless and so good, because of that technology. And it does. It looks immaculate. It looks so good of him playing.
I had no idea how they did that.
It's great. It's so crazy. And the epilogue to that movie, Jesus,
Wild.
it blew my mind. Like I was like, God damn, so good.
Very good.
So good.
What do you got?
My number 5 is this movie that's kind of similar in vein to like Hamnet and the Life of Chuck. It's a movie called Train Dreams. It's on Netflix. It stars Joel Edgerton. This movie is about a logger. All right. And it's just about this guy who wants to provide for his little family. I had Mike Terry from Volumes and Fire from the Gods on like a month back, and that was like right after I watched this movie. I talked to him about this movie too. But I implore anyone who tours, who travels for work, or has anything that takes them away from the people they love like very frequently, because it really toes the line of like, I need to provide for my family and I'm missing these crucial times with my family. And it really, that's a big part of the movie. And another part of the movie is it's kind of like the Life of Chuck thing about how life is a miracle. And, shitty stuff happens in life, in almost anyone's life. You lose friends, you lose family, you lose loved ones, you lose careers, you lose possessions, everything like that, and showing that just because those things happen, not to take away from them at all, but to use them to move forward and build yourself up, and really just to enjoy and find that purpose in your life. And it's just a gorgeous movie. Like, even shot, it is shot beautifully. It has an amazing score. It is just an incredible movie. And again, it's another one of those things, like, it's not going to be for everyone. But again, I think if you're a musician, any sort of job that takes you away, or if you've dealt with something like that in your life that has taken away from the people you love for extended periods of time, watch this movie, because I think it'll affect you on a different level than most people. Some people might call it slow. I hate when people call stuff slow, because I just feel like they just don't have the attention span, which is fine. That happens, but I think it's an important and a beautiful movie, and that's on Netflix. It came out on Netflix. You can watch it anytime. That one.
Your comment about the slow, I feel the same way about music. Like sometimes it needs the gradual build. Like just hold on,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel
I
you on
love
that one.
yeah, that's a great comparison. 100%. I love that so much. What did you have at number 4?
Number 4, I'm gonna go with Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Oh man, I didn't see this one either. I heard it
Man,
was very fun though.
I love those movies. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a magician so bad. Like I thought that was just the coolest shit in the world, you know? We went to
Yeah.
Disney when I was a kid and I made my dad spend like a shit ton of money on like these gimmicky little magic freaking toys or whatever. And swore I
Oh
was
man.
gonna be able to do some magic tricks. To this day, I can't do shit, but I love watching other people do it. And those movies just get your brain working, dude. It's like every time you think something's happening, it's not happening. It's like completely the opposite of what you were thinking. Like no matter how ahead of it you think you are, you're just never ahead of it. So those movies
I
are always really good and fun.
Yeah, I love the way they do something crazy, and the way they explain it after. I love a good kind of plot dynamic like that. And those movies, like, I love those movies too. It was another one I just missed, and but I definitely want to watch it. And I heard literally nothing but good things. So many people were raving about that movie, and I think they're making another one too. Like, it did really well
Oh,
in the box office,
sick.
so they're just
Yeah,
gonna make another one, which is cool.
it's
I'm
crazy.
all
I
for it.
I completely missed it. Like I didn't even know it was out, and I was scrolling on like my YouTube the other day, and I saw like it was available to rent, and I just watched it like literally probably a week and a half ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was out. That's how out of tune I am. Dude, I haven't seen any of your movies except your number 3.
That's true. That is true.
But you're giving me a
Um,
good list of shit to watch. So thanks.
yeah, that's good. I like that. I like that. That makes me feel good. My number 4 is, this movie's in theaters now. It just came out a few weeks ago. So if you want to go see it, you gotta go to a theater. But I'm sure you've heard about it. Marty Supreme, starring Timothy Chalamet. On the surface, it's a biopic about a dude who plays ping pong. But holy fuck, is this one of the most stressful movies you'll ever watch in your entire life. And I don't even want to give away not why, but just know that the director Josh Safdie, who made this movie, also made Uncut Gems, and that might piece some things
Mm,
together for you.
that was a good
He's
one.
def he's the king of movies that make you go, "What the fuck are you doing?" about the main character. And this this movie has a lot of that, and it's crazy, and it toes this line of being this, like, dude who's so hell-bent on making his dream come true, and him being also kind of utterly delusional about the reality of life at the same time. And it toes that line pretty perfectly, in a way where you're like, yeah, I should go for my dream. And then another way you're like, if I do go for my dream, I should never be as fucked up as this guy. And that's pretty much the movie. It's great. I loved it, and I'm not going to give away the opening title sequence, but it is one of the most wild opening title sequences I've ever seen in a movie.
You know,
So
I've been wondering why I've been seeing that actor everywhere. I guess
that's
it's
why.
because that movie just came out. I hadn't even heard of
Yep.
that one either, dude.
Crazy. Yeah, it's an A24 movie, so it's a smaller movie, but
Oh, yeah.
it's poised to be one of the biggest A24 movies. And he just won the Golden Globe for Best Actor. He won the Critics' Choice Award. He's probably going to win the Oscar. So it's just going to keep being in the conversation
Yeah.
because the dude puts on an incredible performance. He should be winning these, I think, for sure. He is so good. I mean, I've always thought Timothée Chalamet was an incredible actor, but this movie's another level. Like, and it's crazy that he's probably going to win an Oscar for a ping pong biopic movie. It's crazy, but it's
Hey, man.
so good. Again, I'm explaining this to you, but it doesn't even like put into frame of what the actual movie is. It's
Yeah, I'm
just
gonna have
it's
to
an
check that one
experience.
out. What's it called again?
Marty
Martyrs?
Supreme
Marty Supreme. Marty
is great.
Supreme. Got it on my list now, dude.
And then my number 3 was Sinners. What
Okay.
was your number 3?
My number 3, I'm gonna do Bring Her Back.
Okay, those are my honorable mentions. That movie's fucked up.
Yeah, it was one of those horror movies that I said did something you didn't expect, and it was just like that movie kind of made me want to like close my eyes a lot, just with like how awful some of those scenes were.
Knife
Like,
scene?
dude, like don't do that. Like that's just insane. So like
Yeah.
it's my number 3 just because of how ballsy they were with like stuff like that, knowing like it
Ooh.
literally made my spine tingle when he did that. And then he
Oh
went
my
straight for the wooden block of the countertop. Like, bro, come
yeah.
on. Come on, dude. Don't do that shit.
That movie was in my top 10 for a lot of the year. And then a few movies just kind of knocked it out by a little bit. But that movie caused such an atmospheric dread that I still talk about. Like I'm talking about right now. It's so impressive. Like from the opening scene, you're like, you feel like, ugh, I don't
Yeah.
I don't feel good. And then it just gets worse as it goes along. Have you seen Talk
Dude.
to Me?
Dude, I love that movie, bro.
Same directors. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. That's the reason I watched Bring Her Back, because Talk to Me
Awesome.
was an awesome movie. I I really I literally looked that one up to see if it came out in 2025 because that would have easily been top 3 for me, but it didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, that I mean both movies are great. And I love what those two twins are doing or brothers. I love what they're creating in this like original horror space. I think it's so good. I know they're working on the they're working on like a wrestling death match like documentary right now. But after that, they're gonna do the sequel to Talk to Me.
Oh,
I have a hope, and this doesn't need to happen. I would like it if it did happen. If it doesn't happen, it's not going to bother me. But I want the worlds of Talk to Me and Bring Her Back to collide. Like if they do a Talk to Me 2 and the tapes are somehow included in it or something, I would love to get a little bit more information on those tapes. I also love when horror doesn't explain things, so I don't want them to overly explain it. But if I get a little bit more info, I'd be
yeah.
cool. I'd be
Just
cool with
keep me
that.
on my toes a little bit, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I like a good leaving things open ended. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But those guys are unreal, and anything they put out, I'm gonna watch day one for sure. So that's awesome that you watch Talk to Me and then watch that because of this.
Yeah,
But yeah,
dude.
that movie is so fucked up. All I say, anyone I see in it, and they're like, dude, I'm like, knife scene. They're like, yep, yep.
Dude,
And I'm like, I know. And the worst part of that scene, the sound, like even if you close your eyes, the sound is awful.
they just
It's
went
so
full
bad.
force on it. Like they didn't
Ugh,
hold back. And like
no.
it's kind of like it takes a lot for me to be flabbergasted. And I
Yeah.
was just sitting there with my mouth like wide open, like, are you fucking serious right now? Like,
Yeah, dude.
stop.
It's wild. It's
But
so
also, you give the kid who's all weird and quiet a knife. Come on, dude. What are you doing?
don't do
What are
that.
you doing,
Don't do
bro?
that. My number 2 is a horror movie. It's Weapons. Zach
Okay.
Kreger movie. Is this on your list
I
too?
I have that one as number 1 or 2, and I can't decide which one I'm putting it at yet.
All right, we can work this out together. We'll talk about it and see where you land with it.
I'm pretty sure it's my number 1, so I'm gonna stick with
Okay.
number 1.
Okay, cool. I love this movie so much. I love Zach Kreger. Same as we talked about with the Filippo brothers. Just an incredible new voice in horror that's doing something different, something fresh, something awesome. I love Barbarian. I liked Weapons even more. I love nonlinear storytelling. I love a good mystery box. And that movie towed the perfect line between like funny, creepy, and like witty, and thrilling at the same time. And he just blends all these tones and genres together in such a cohesive way that I absolutely love. And Amy Madigan, who plays Aunt Gladys, she won the Critics' Choice Award for Best Supporting Actress. And I'm guessing she's going to be nominated for an Oscar for it, which the nomination is a win because usually they ignore horror movies. But if she won, that would be so dope. That would be so dope if she won for that, because her performance is incredible. And that kid who plays Alex, also so good.
Yeah.
So good. That kid.
Super
oh my
good.
God. Another character I just like, I feel so bad for this kid. Jesus, man.
Yeah,
What
he also got a little fucked. He's like just in this position, like he didn't do anything.
No, nothing. He's just a victim of circumstance, 100%. And I love that even if you watch the trailer for this, you had no idea what was in store for you. I love that the trailer was basically the opening scene of the movie. You know, like what they explained in the trailer is literally the opening scene. There's no build up to the kids disappearing. That's just the beginning of the movie. And I love that so much. Again, if you somehow missed this, it's easily one of the biggest movies of the year. It's on HBO Max also. So good. He's working on a Resident Evil movie right now, which I'm not even a big Resident Evil guy. I've just never played them. And I'm so stoked for that movie because he's involved in it, and I'm like, he's another one. Anything he's involved in, I'm there day one.
Yeah,
let's go. Whatever he's got, whatever he's doing.
Dude.
I know. I think now I have, which is weird because The Last of Us is like my favorite video game series, but anything other than that gives me so much anxiety. I can't do it. Like it just like my friend got me the remake of Dead Space. I played it like once and I was like, I can't handle this. I'm so fucking stressed. I can't do this. I'm trying to relax. This is not working.
I've never been like huge on like the horror video games about like locking in on them. I'm like a super nerdy like RPG guy, like RuneScape and World of Warcraft and like that kind of shit. Diablo.
Right.
Like those are my vibes.
Yeah, mine's mostly like story-based stuff. So like The Last of Us obviously falls into that. It just has major horror elements in it, but the story is what sucks me in, and I think that makes it better for me. But yeah, like stuff like Dead Space, or I'm maybe I could play Resident Evil. I've just never tried it, and just for no reason. I just feel like I missed the boat. I don't know. I just feel like I missed it. Before we go to your number two, what did you love about Weapons? I want to hear it.
I agree with pretty much everything you said, especially the non-linear storyline. It keeps you locked in because, you know, like the gas station scene, you're like, what's happening? And then you figure it out later, and then it's like, that's crazy. My favorite part about the movie, because it was already a great movie, was the satisfying ending.
Oh, so
like
good.
That was the best part about the movie to me, is just like, yeah, that was a payoff.
That was a really good payoff. And I like too, not to give away the actual ending if anyone's listening and hasn't watched it, but the way that there's consequences for everything, like things don't just snap and are back to normal. There's consequences for the things that happened. And I like that a lot. I love when, because there's so many things, especially in horror movies, like things happen and it's just like, it's fine. And I'm like, that's not real though. You know, like obviously you suspend your disbelief and stuff, but like I like there to be some sort of consequence for the story we just went on. And that, as kind of like insane and funny the climax of that movie is, it's also very sad at the same time, and hopeful also, which I think is really cool. And it's really awesome that Zach Krager's pulled that off. Like I think it's just, I think he's so genius.
It was an awesome movie, dude.
He's so great. So before I get to my number one, what did you have at number two?
I'm going Together.
Oh, okay.
Because it was another one of those movies that was just like super weird.
Very weird.
Another one that I definitely didn't expect. Yeah, I don't know. It just kept me entertained the whole time because I didn't know what was happening. I'm not gonna give it away for people who haven't seen it, but I like that one. That one's the number two for me.
I like that movie. I didn't love it. I think it's to me it was like the opposite of Weapons, where like the funniness of it didn't blend with like the body horror of it. Like I those felt like it was fighting a little to me, which is, it didn't kill the movie for me, but I wish it was kind of a little more cohesive. But when they do the body horror stuff, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross. So respect for that. And it was cool to see Dave Franco and Alison Brie. They're married in real life.
Yeah.
So just see them, do this role. And I think it does. I think the thing I did like about it the most, other than the body horror of it, which I think was done very well, is how they like examined relationships, and how sometimes you try to force things that aren't real, or you're neglectful of things that you shouldn't be neglectful of. Like it is a very good like couples movie of like actually thinking about relationships, and that I will give it massive credit for,
Yeah.
because I love when it's kind of like I'll call it like a simple story, and that's not to say it's bad, but to say that it's kind of like a very easy to understand concept, but it's underlaid with very complex ideas and conversations and themes. I think it's really cool when movies pull it off. I think that movie did pull it off. It was mostly
Yeah.
just the funny stuff felt like they came at like wrong times for me. Like something really messed up just happened, and then they're making a joke, and I feel like it undercut some of the
Yeah.
serious like gross weird moments. But that's just me.
I guess I just
I'm
like
very
weird
sensitive
shit,
to tone.
honestly.
It is
I
very weird.
It's weird, and it just like it intrigued me because I'm like, this is fucking weird. Like,
Yeah. Have you seen The Substance?
dude, that movie was another level of weird, and I kind of hated it. Like,
Wow. Okay.
I didn't enjoy that one. I liked the first half, but the second
Okay.
half, I was just like, this is like out of hand weird now.
It goes off the rails.
It
Very,
goes
very.
like
Yeah.
absolutely off the rails.
Yeah. It does.
But I did
I can
watch it.
appreciate that. That was one of my friends watched it way later too, and he had a similar reaction to it. I love that movie, but I can see why it's like the same thing with Barbarian too. Like once it gets to like the third act, I can see if it loses people because it gets really out there.
Yeah,
I feel like Weapons is a way more refined movie compared to
for
Barbarian,
sure. I
but
wasn't a huge
like
fan of Barbarian personally.
I get it. I
I thought
love
it
a
was all
good
right.
I love a good tone shift, and
Yeah,
that like the second half of that movie is the biggest tone shift ever.
for
I love when that
sure.
can work. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's why I love that stuff. My number one, which I'm guessing you haven't seen this movie, but you gotta watch this. It's called One Battle After Another. It's on HBO Max right now. It's Paul Thomas Anderson directed it. Stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Benicio del Toro, this new actress Chase Infinity, who is unreal good. Paul Thomas Anderson won for writing. He won for directing. I think it's going to take for Golden Globes last night. I think it's going to take home a lot of Oscars. This movie is so good. It's like it's hard because I don't want to give too much away because it's such a surprising movie in what it's actually about. But it's kind of about this like revolutionary group that they're just like trying to be the revolution. Like, and it's I don't even put it into context, but it's so good, and I think it's one of the best Leo movies in a minute, which is weird to say because it's Leonardo DiCaprio and he's kind of incredible in everything, but I feel like the movie that I liked that he's been in, it was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which wasn't that long ago, but
Yeah.
I wasn't like a big fan of that Martin Scorsese movie he did, Killers of the Flower Moon. I really didn't like that movie, which I know is kind of a hot take. That movie also felt very unserious about a subject matter that was very serious, and that's why I
Yeah.
really didn't like that movie. But One Battle After Another is so good. Like if you've been on like film Twitter, there's a scene where you just see a hill in a highway in the desert, and that scene is so peak. It is so good, and I just love this movie. Benicio del Toro, he's not in it a lot, but he has some of the best lines that are so great. So I don't know. Again, this one, another one that I was bummed because I didn't see it in theaters, but then I ended up watching it when it came on on streaming. That's when I really watched it.
It's funny because I put it on the other day after I had a very long tattoo appointment, and I put it on Netflix when I got home, but I was just so beat that I knocked out like 20 minutes
That'll
in.
happen.
So, and I saw the movie was like 3 hours long or something ridiculous. So I was like,
It is pretty
yeah,
long.
it's just not happening today.
That's very fair. And Tiana Taylor won for best supporting actress. for the Golden Globes last night, and which is super cool because she's kind of only in the beginning of the movie, and you'll see why. Sean Penn's also in this movie in one of the most insane roles. Someone posted this, and they're like, the beginning of one about Battle of Another is so crazy because it's just bombs, babies, and butts or something like that. And I was like, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, I think I'm misphrasing one of those words, but it is a pretty horny movie in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie to you. It definitely is.
Just
And
Game
then
of
it turns into
Thrones
something
2.0.
not that horny. More realistic horny, I guess, if that's even makes any sense. But it's such a good movie. And again, it's like obviously it's about very serious things. It's very politically driven and very politically plot motivated, but it is also fucking hilarious. It is so funny. And it's usually when at the end of the day, after, my wife and I work out, eat dinner, whatever, we're just like chilling on the couch. Usually she's reading a book and I'm watching something. That one, she stopped reading her book, and that'll happen on occasion. And she's like, I'm so mad I'm into this movie right now. And she got locked in, and like there's this line that Leo says, and she's like, I think this is the best movie ever. She wasn't like serious, but like just of how good it is, it's such a good movie. That's why
He's
I
one
hit
of my
my number
favorite
one.
actors for sure. He
He's
absolutely
incredible.
murders every single role he plays. Wolf of Wall Street was awesome. I love that
Oh, so good.
movie. Like I can watch that movie numerous times. I can watch it over and over again. So entertaining. I'm bummed I didn't watch that. And I'm bummed I didn't have as much of a movie experience as you did in 2025.
Hey man, you said it. New year, new me. You can catch up on these, and there's a lot more movies to come in this
You're
upcoming
right,
year.
dude.
This year, no joke, is the biggest year for movies I think in our lifetime. It's crazy the amount of movies coming out this year that are just massive. It's nuts. So this is the year. If you want a crazy movie experience, this is the year.
I'm gonna try to
1,000%.
do better, dude. We'll catch back up next year and see
Yes.
how well I did.
I love that. I'm looking forward to it. But Nate, thank you so much for doing this, man. I'm so happy to have you on here. Seriously.
Dude, I appreciate you for having me, dude. I wish I had better explanations on why I like the movies. You're very thorough. I appreciate that, dude.
Dude, nah, you're awesome, man. This was great. Before we get out of here, please let the people know what you got going on, what you have coming up for this year, and what they can expect from you.
I'm playing shows for the first time ever as a solo artist under Nate Vickers. We're starting off headlining some shows in Texas in April and May. So we got Houston April 24th, San Antonio May 16th, and Dallas May 3rd. Come out. It's going to be sick. We have a very long set that I am actively getting ready for. But also we might be dropping a new body of work this year that I have been focused on for a long time. And I feel like it's my first passion project. Very stoked for that. Also just dropped new merch.
The merch is very cool. I saw it. I saw
Thank
it on
you,
Instagram. It looks dope as fuck. And I love your music. I'm so excited to hear more. It's such a cool fine line of just like well written and catchy. So I'm excited. If there's no music coming, I'm all for it. And hopefully you make your way up to the Northeast and we can hang out and I can see you play live.
The new music, I can tell you, is I think still catchy, but it's heavy.
Ooh, okay.
So we're
I love
going a
heavy.
little heavier, dude.
All right, I'm for it. I
I'm
love heavy
very
music,
excited
obviously.
about it, dude. I'm very excited about it.
Look, yeah. So you guys can all be looking forward to that. I'll link all of Nate's links down below if you don't follow him already. If you want to support the podcast, go to metalcorenerds.com. All our links there are there in one easy place. And if you want to follow me in my personal account, it's just at SeanXMa on Instagram and Twitter. And until next time, see you later, nerds.
Peace.